know what that means. We're gonna prime something. Nothing to see over here. Something's made itself back into our garage over here at Bloated Toad. While we're stirring primer here, we could talk about this car.
What we have here is a 1966 coupe.
Where'd it come from?
I don't know. The guy stopped to talk to you about
Yeah.
it. I wasn't in the mix for that.
Yeah, we had
But he stopped.
somebody driving through town stopped and beat on my door at 6 o'clock at night. About the right time to get the dogs fired up. I was told you're the Mustang guy. I'm like, Mustang guy. Okay, I guess I'm the Mustang guy. So he's like, I have a 66 Mustang I inherited from my grandfather. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my mind, probably get to you at the end of next year on top of everybody else's cars and Benny's cars and my cars. So he goes, no, I want to sell the car. I was like, well, I don't need any more Mustangs. I already got 3. I don't need any more. I said, but I'll tell you what, I'll go look at it and I'll tell you what it's worth and I'll try to market it for you. Next day, I went up the street. He opened up the garage and I looked it over. I told him what I thought it was worth, and it came with a bunch of new parts. It has a rebuilt motor in it, has a rebuilt transmission in it, has all new chrome. It comes with the car, all new interior, new carpet. So I gave him a price and we agreed upon it, and then I called my friend Mr. Clip over there.
Proud owner.
Proud owner. Jim jumped in on that deal, both feet, head first. Jim said this was the car I had back in my teenage years when he met his wife, and he is going to do another car exactly like he had. Same color interior, same color car. So we told him we'd fix him up. So here we are. We snuck one in the garage, boys.
Oh, jeez.
We're still working on the Super Cobra Jet. That's what we're mixing up primer for today, boys and girls. We are going to put some primer on this door that I've been beating and straightening on for the last week. So we'll see how it comes out, and we'll bring you to that.
This is so much better. This is
What?
way
What?
so good.
What?
Why you gotta be an asshole?
That's how we deal
Look
with
at
it.
this. Look at this nice little V8. The damn thing started for us. We got it here, slapped a battery in it, give her a little whiff of happy juice. The damn thing fired up. It even runs on bad gas.
Because it's a Ford, buddy.
No, we're lucky on that. Somebody rebuilt the motor, rebuilt the trans, bought all these parts. He's got a whole bucket of parts.
So we'll bring you on this build a little. It's just going to be a little accelerated build. It ain't going to be no show car, but we're going to get it together for him. There's a couple little patches it needs. A couple little parts we got to get yet, so we'll hopefully have this one turned around. What, Jim? 3 weeks. All we got to do is put the back end on it, the quarters, the wheel wells, and put it in primer and pop the glass in it.
How much does the patches cost?
They're wrote on the car.
Oh, step this way.
Yep.
Come here, check
It's already
this out.
self-priced.
Look.
We went around for our price gun today, pricing. 300.
There's a patch.
Go to the back.
Look back here.
300.
There's another one. Come around the side there. That's the most beautiful blowout patch. One you'll never see.
There's one on the taillight
But it looks
panel.
just like new. And it's even Mustang metal.
Oh, wow, look at you,
You
Benny.
can't say it didn't come out of a Mustang.
Patchmaster B strikes again.
Because it did. It was roof off another.
Oh, wait a minute, what we
car.
got here? A mangled up taillight panel that needs to be straightened. Oh, imagine that, $300 more. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my God.
Oh my, oh Jesus. I think I'm gonna have at least 20 minutes of hammer and dollying that thing straight. Whew. All right, and what else we got? Oh, and we gotta put these roof patches in. What do you think they're gonna cost him?
Probably going to be more than 300.
We better get a cashier's check or something before we start on this job. This is adding up. This is crazy.
We got to pay off that Fairlane somehow.
You're Fairlane, not mine.
Oh.
That's not my car, buddy. That's between you and whoever. But anyhow, we're gonna fix up.
Isn't
Jimmy.
that so much better looking car? And look,
It'd be a nice little
it's
car.
the factory roof. These aren't rotted clean through. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
All right, so we're gonna get this primer mixed up and try to get something sprayed on this door. So we're probably gonna put you guys on a time lapse and we'll bring you back when we get it shot. I actually do the epoxy. I'll do it wet on wet. I'll do epoxy and then I'll come back after it starts to flash and I'll go right on it with the surfacer so they all bond together. They cure at the same time. It just
You listen to this
works out
bullshit?
better that way because you can't sand epoxy or anything, it just gums up paper. So I like to put the surfacer on it. That way I can go right in there and find any imperfections that I missed in my first stage of body work. But we'll bring you there. On time lapse, we'll show you how I do it.
Get a bug?
Yeah.
motherfucker. What the fuck is that? Try to get it out?
4-to-1. This is primer surfacer. This is where I do the wet on wet on top of the epoxy. Epoxy seals the metal, surfacer. They were bond together, dry together, and then to make it much more manageable to do body work on that panel, because you can't do anything on 1-to-1 mixing ratio of the epoxy. That stuff is like glue. It takes forever to dry too, fully cure. So I let it flash off a little bit, and then I'll come over and blast a coat of surfacer on it tomorrow. Surfacer would be dry, epoxy would be dry. If I wanted to, I could scuff this surfacer up, and if there's any imperfections in the panel, I can go right on top of that with a little bit of metal glaze and be done. All right, so in the last part of the video on time lapse, we showed you I was priming the door, I did the epoxy, I did the wet on wet, which is the wet epoxy, and then I went on it with surfacer after it started to flash. That's sort of like a wet on wet application. I do that. I had explained I do that because I want them to dry together. I don't want them in layers. I want them to be all in one, so they'll cure at the same time. Been doing this for years, never had a problem with it. Works very well. And then plus, you know, a lot of these epoxies, these 1-to-1 part epoxies, you can't touch them, you can't sand them, they just come up paper. At least by me putting the surfacer on top of the epoxy, I can come back the next day and I can scuff, and I'm not clogging up paper. That's just how I do it. You guys can do however you want, but it's just a little tip. 1-to-1 epoxies, surfacer on top. Now there is stuff called sealer epoxy, which that's just primer more or less. That's not true epoxy. True epoxy is always going to be a 1-to-1 ratio, and it's going to look like glue when it comes out the hardener. So just keep that in mind. There's definitely good epoxies and cheap epoxies. So I wanted to show you all. We got the door on the car. The door fits beautiful. Man, we don't have any issues. We don't have no gaps. Look at that. Look at them gaps. Fits good. We got the door straight. Now there's a couple little things. There's a couple little dings I missed. Typical. I'll God coat the door, and I'll probably block it a couple times and fix a few things. There was a dent. There's a little dent here I missed. I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. I missed it. And there was a ding down here, and I got to probably do a little more blocking in my corners. But for the most part, this door is good to go. That's the original door. I showed you what it looked like before we started, and this is what we got now. We are looking good to go ahead and weld the quarters and get her on rotisserie. That door was holding up. It was holding the works up for sure. So, but you can see now we can go finish welding the staggered shock plate, weld the quarters, weld the taillight panel, and this sucker's going on rotisserie as soon as all that's done. The weather's broken now, so I'm with all my side work. I seal coat driveways on the side. I do cars on the side, and then I cut a little grass on the side. So it's getting kind of busy. I'm sorry that the videos had slowed down, but there's not a whole lot to put on this car until we got the door on. So now the door's on, we'll pick it up again. And obviously we showed you in the beginning of the video how I took on my buddy's car here. This is just a quick quarter panel job, both sides, door patches, wheel houses. I should have this knocked out in 2 weeks and just put a coat of primer, and he's going to take it. So just to show you all, we're still working in the garage, but we're very, very busy. And we will work from morning to night. When this weather's warm like this, I won't even go until 8 o'clock at night, but I'll be pumping out some work for sure. So just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Send the questions to Bloated Toad Garage. Check out the new merch, and we have the tank tops. Oh, and I want to thank Mr. Jacobs again. He sponsored us some root beer. We got some root beer from Mr. Jacobs, our pork rind supplier. So thank you, Mr. Jacobs. We're going to enjoy the root beer. And we will see you next week in the next video. Thanks for watching.